have played a very important role in selecting our American chief executive since the adoption of the Constitution. I want to thank you on behalf of all Californians for taking your constitutional responsibility to represent California in the Electoral College so seriously with your presence here today. Thank you very much. We are joined in this chamber by many esteemed guests. Chief among them for today's purposes are our esteemed Secretary of State, Alex Padilla. Mr. Padilla. We also welcome in this chamber current or former members of the legislature, other distinguished public officials, and special guests who have joined us today. Proceeding now, the first order of business is the roll call of the electors. And as this unfolds, I would request that you stand and remain standing as you hear your name called until the names of all 55 electors have been called. The clerk will call the roll.
Eileen Feinstein Mariano, LaFonza Butler, Dustin Reed, John Ryan, Faith Garamendi, Kathleen Scott, Tim Farley, Analia Patterson, Janine Barra, Denise Wells, Mark Headley, Susan Eggman, James Donahue, Christine Pelosi, Sandra Andrews, Mark Olbert, Donna Ireland, Stephen Diebert, Steve Spinner, Celine Purcell, Javier Gonzalez, Vincenz Kohler, Ana Huerta, Stephen Natoli, Andres Ramos, Gail Teaton Landis, Natalie Fortman, Sean Terrace, David Wormuth, Lawrence Zaxon, Nuri Martinez, Sheldon Melchikoff, Kathy Morris, Benjamin Cardenas, Edward Buck, Olivia Reyes Becerra, Robert Torres, Priscilla Richardson, Gwen Moore, Jackie Cisneros, John McMurray, Marie Torres, Jane Block, Andrew Krakoff, Karen Waters, Dorothy Van, Sandra Aduna, Gregory Willenberg, Carmen Perez, Raymond Cordova, Francine Busby, Patrick Drennan, Christine Kehoe, Catherine Lyon, Shirley Weber.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. The oath of office will be administered simultaneously to all elector designates by the Honorable Alex Padilla, California Secretary of State. Secretary Padilla.
Thank you, Sullivan. Good afternoon, everybody. I will forego a lengthy speech and just thank you all for your service on this historic day. May I ask all electors to raise your right hand. And for the office of elector for President and Vice President of the United States of America, please repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Congratulations.
You may be seated, and there is an oath distributed at your desk, which is to be signed where indicated. And I want to acknowledge my colleague, the Honorable Dave Jones, Insurance Commissioner of the State of California. I failed to note him in my introductions. Thank you, Commissioner Jones, for being here today. We will now move to nominations for the office of Chairperson of California's Electoral College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States. The nominations are now open. Ms. Janine Berra of Congressional District 7 is recognized for the purpose of a nomination.
I am Janine Berra, representing Congressional District 7, and I am pleased to nominate LaFonza Butler as chairperson of California's Electoral College for 2016.
This nomination requires a second. Susan Eggman of the 10th Congressional District, you are recognized to second the nomination of Ms. Berra.
I am Susan Eggman, presenting Congressional District 10, and I second the nomination of LaFonza Butler as chairperson of the California's Electoral College for 2016.
Are there any further nominations for the office of chairperson of the Electoral College of 2016? Hearing none, nominations for the office of chairperson of the Electoral College of 2016 are now closed. We will move to a voice vote to elect the chairperson of the Electoral College. Is there any objection to a voice vote? Seeing and hearing no objections, all in favor of electing LaFonza Butler as the chairperson of the Electoral College, say aye. All opposed, say nay. The ayes have it. LaFonza Butler, congratulations. You are elected chairperson of the California's Electoral College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States for 2016. I am appointing the following electors to escort the chairperson-elect to the rostrum. I ask Chairperson Butler and the following electors to retire to the rear of the chambers, along with Chairperson Butler, Elector Ana Huerta, Catherine Lyon, Eileen Feinstein Mariano, Robert Torres, Faith Garamendi, and Lawrence Zaxon. Please retire to the rear of the chambers. Okay, as you have formed yourselves, please escort Chairperson-elect Butler to the rostrum. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the electors and guests, I am pleased to present to you the chairperson of California's Electoral College for the selection of the President and Vice President of the United States for 2016, LaFonza Butler. Thank you. Yes,
Thank you so much. It is an honor to serve our state and our nation. There are 4 elector designates who were unable to be here today. To fill the vacancies, we'll have a nomination, a vote, and an administration of the oath of office. I will now move to fill the vacancies. Nominations are open for the vacancy for District number 29. Christine Pelosi is recognized for nomination.
Madam Chair, I'm Christine Pelosi, and I nominate Hillary Crosby to replace Nuri Martinez to fill the vacancy for Congressional District 29.
This request requires a second. Mr. Lawrence Zaxton, you're recognized.
I am Lawrence Zaxton. I second Ms. Pelosi's nomination of Hillary Crosby to fill the vacancy for District 29.
Are there further nominations? Hearing and seeing none, the nominations for elector for District 29 are now closed. We'll take a voice vote on the appointment of Hillary Crosby to fill the vacancy for District 29. Is there any objection to a voice vote? Seeing no objections, all those in favor of appointing Hillary Crosby to fill the vacancy for District 29, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Hillary Crosby is appointed to fill the vacancy for District 29. Nominations are now open to fill the vacancy for District number 31. Christine Pelosi is recognized for the nomination.
Madam Chair, I am Christine Pelosi, and I nominate Eric C. Hines to replace Kathy Morris to fill the vacancy.
Thank you, Elector Pelosi. This request requires a second. Mr. Lawrence Zaxton, you're recognized.
I am Lawrence Zaxton, and I second Ms. Pelosi's nomination of Eric C. Hines to fill the vacancy for District 31.
Thank you, Elector Zaxton. Are there further nominations? Seeing and hearing none, the nominations for elector for District 31 are now closed. We'll take a voice vote to appoint Eric C. Hines to fill the vacancy for District 31. Is there any objection to a voice vote for this purpose? Seeing and hearing none, all of those in favor of appointing Eric C. Hines to fill the vacancy for District 31, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Eric C. Hines is appointed to fill the vacancy for District 31. Nominations are now open for the vacancy for District number 43. Christine Pelosi is recognized for the nomination.
Madam Chair, I am Christine Pelosi, and I nominate Tristan Brown to replace Karen Waters to fill the vacancy for District 43.
Thank you, Elector Pelosi. This request requires a second. Mr. Zaxton, you're recognized.
I am Lawrence Zaxton, and I second Ms. Pelosi's nomination of Tristan Brown to fill the vacancy for District 43.
Thank you, Elector Zaxton. Are there further nominations? Seeing and hearing none, the nominations for elector for District 43 are now closed. We'll take a voice vote for the appointment of Tristan Brown to fill the vacancy for District 43. Is there any objection to a voice vote for this purpose? Seeing and hearing no objections, all those in favor of appointing Tristan Brown to fill the vacancy for District 43, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Tristan Brown is now appointed to fill the vacancy for District 43. Nominations are now open for the vacancy for District number 48. Christine Pelosi, you are recognized for the nomination.
Madam Chair, I am Christine Pelosi, and I nominate Unique Wilson to replace Raymond Cordova to fill the vacancy for District 48.
Thank you, Elector Pelosi. This request requires a second. Mr. Zaxton, you're recognized.
I am Lawrence Zaxton, and I second Ms. Pelosi's nomination of Unique Wilson to fill the vacancy for District 48.
Thank you, Elector Zaxton. Are there further nominations? Seeing and hearing none, the nominations for elector for District number 48 are now closed. We'll take a voice vote for the appointment of Unique Wilson to fill the vacancy for District 48. Is there any objection to a voice vote for this purpose? Seeing no objections, all those in favor of appointing Unique Wilson to fill the vacancy for District 48, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Unique Wilson is now appointed to fill the vacancy for District 48. The elector designates should stand at their desk, and the Honorable Alex Padilla will now administer the oath of office. Secretary Padilla.
Thank you very much. And as the electors before you did, will those appointed to fill the vacancies please rise and raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter. Thank you and congratulations.
Nominations are now open for Secretary of the Electoral College. Dr. Shirley Weber, representing the 53rd District, you are recognized for your nomination.
I am Shirley Weber, representing the 53rd Congressional District, and I am pleased and honored to nominate former Senator Christine Kehoe as Secretary of California's Electoral College of 2016.
This nomination requires a second. Ms. Francine Busby of the 49th Congressional District, you are recognized for to second the nomination of Ms. Kehoe.
I'm Francine Busby from the 49th Congressional District, and I second the nomination of Christine Kehoe as Secretary of California's Electoral College for 2016.
Thank you, Elector Busby. Are there any further nominations for the office of Secretary of the Electoral College? Hearing none, nominations for the office of Secretary of the Electoral College are now closed. We will move to a voice vote to elect the Secretary of the Electoral College. Is there any objection to a voice vote for this purpose? Seeing and hearing none, all in favor of electing Christine Kehoe as the Secretary of the Electoral College, please signify by saying aye. Aye. The opposed say nay. The ayes have it. Christine Kehoe is elected Secretary of California's Electoral College for the selection of President and Vice President of the United States for 2016. I ask Secretary-elect Kehoe and the previously appointed escorts to retire to the rear of the chamber. Please escort Secretary-elect Kehoe to the rostrum. I am appointing Olivia Reyes Becerra and Andras Ramos to the position of teller for California's Electoral College for 2016. I ask the tellers to come forward to the rostrum via the center aisle. We will now undertake the vote for President and Vice President of the United States. I ask the tellers to distribute the ballots. Electors, as soon as you get your ballot, please feel free to mark your decision, and we'll have the tellers collect the ballots after.
Please proceed with the picking up of the ballots. I'm asking for DPS to clear anyone in the room that is causing a ruckus.
About yours. batteries hit about 40 or 30, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, these are pretty good. Kind of like, it was a last minute trip, man, so I didn't have all charged up.
I know exactly how that goes.
Get to the station, like they're going to off.
Several of my friends. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she wasn't, you know. Where you parked over in the Is that area 52 or something? No, I parked. I parked in the middle of the street. Public. Rush hour. That's what we know. Schools are out there. When schools are out, the traffic's a lot. When I lived up in Cedar Park, I'd be going. Oh, school's out. And I know a lot of. It's nice. I'm glad we got to kind of catch up. Really talk a lot about college. Yeah, and yeah, actually that's just the best thing they can do. And it looks like because of the weather, it looks like it's like rain, but it's not freezing. And it's not freezing. Yeah, I'll just tell her this is our plan. I just don't want to get into something. It's just me with a bunch of packages. I think, you know, and if I like to say, I think it's a great idea. Not Jack stuff. You know, I guess this would be the first year this is, I mean, I know I was waiting to go out in Alabama, but this is the first year this is. And I just like the packages, taking care of this. The packages, it just. And actually, Deborah was talking about getting wind. Just kind of getting some. I didn't know that either. Mom said she didn't complain about it. Well, not to her, but for a while.
I'd like to call us back to order. The great state of Texas casts 37 Electoral College votes for Vice President Mike Pence and 1 for Carly Fiorina. As required by the United States Constitution, we must prepare 6 certificates of vote. This document requires each elector's signature. The certificates will now be distributed at your seats, so stay in your seats. They will bring them around. Please be certain to sign above your typed name as you see it. You will be signing 6 certificates, so keep count. After we get started on the signing, we're going to have these lovely young ladies come back to sing